Imagine a silent, invisible thief quietly creeping into your life every day. He leaves no clear traces, triggers no alarms, and does not break in forcefully. Instead, he is patient and cunning, and little by little, he takes away the most precious thing you have, your very self. At first, you don't notice. You still wake up every morning, continue your daily routine, and hold on to your dreams and plans. But then, one day, when you look in the mirror, you see a face that feels a little more unfamiliar. Eyes less radiant, shoulders heavier, breaths slightly slower. It's not because time is a traitor, nor because the number on your birth certificate has the power to drain the life out of you. Rather, you unknowingly surrendered the fight for yourself at some point along this journey. Buddha once said, "You only lose what you cling to." And if we reflect deeply, we'll realize that the greatest fear of aging is not the deepening wrinkles at the corners of our eyes or the gradual decline of health over the years. Instead, it is the burden of what we have held on to for too long. Regrets, self-imposed limitations, and fears that make us shrink within ourselves. It is the stagnation that makes us resign to a life that slowly loses its meaning. But here's what few people tell you. Aging is not the end. It is a threshold, a gateway where you can step into a new chapter of wisdom, inner strength, and true freedom. Because when you stop clinging to the barriers within your mind, you can shed your old self, find joy in simplicity, and become stronger. So I ask you, will you let yourself fade into obscurity, becoming a mere shadow of who you once were? Or will you rise, sharper, braver, more alive with each passing day? Because the truth is, age does not diminish you. It is resignation that makes you wither. And right now, you have a choice: to let time slip away or to seize it and make it your ally. It does not arrive as a sudden shock. There are no clear warning signs, no life-altering events to shake you awake. Instead, the erosion happens quietly, little by little, so subtly that you don't even notice. At first, it's just small things. You pass up a challenge, turn down an opportunity, and tell yourself it's time to embrace comfort instead of striving forward. Then, old habits repeat, day after day, without change. You question less and seek out new experiences less. You convince yourself that you've done enough, that personal growth is for the young, and that you deserve to rest. But what is rest if not a form of surrender? And what is comfort if not the beginning of stagnation? Think of a river. While it flows, it remains pure, strong, and full of life. But if it stops moving, it becomes stagnant, decays, and loses its original clarity. The human mind is the same. You stay sharp and full of vitality when you continue to learn and challenge yourself. But when you stop, you are not merely standing still, but slowly fading away. Buddhism teaches that life is impermanent. Nothing remains the same forever, and everything is changing in every moment. Human life is an ever-moving current, like a rushing stream that never holds the same shape. And yet, paradoxically, people constantly crave stability, searching for a safe harbor, something to cling to, something to hold on to forever. We build habits, maintain familiar routines, and cling tightly to what once brought us a sense of security. Even though we know everything is temporary, we fear change, fear loss, fear stepping beyond our comfort zones. Yet, it is this very attachment that becomes the root of suffering. Because when you resist change, you are not just rejecting growth, but trapping yourself in an invisible cage. A cage that may feel familiar, even comfortable, but one that will gradually become suffocating and restrictive. People do not fade with time. They fade when they stop embracing the new, allowing their curiosity to wither. They lose their vibrancy not because of age, but because they have abandoned passion, forsaken the desire to explore, and let go of the things that once made life meaningful. time has never been your enemy. It is not an invisible blade that cuts into your youth, nor a relentless current that washes away your worth. What truly causes people to fade is not the numbers on a calendar, but stagnation. The moment you allow yourself to stop, when you surrender to challenges, when you convince yourself that the journey is over and that there is nothing left to pursue. But the truth is, you have never been limited by time. As long as you remain open to life, as long as you still crave knowledge, still dare to ask questions, and still push yourself to try new things, you are still growing. You are still truly alive. Look at those who never stop reaching higher. Scientists, artists, philosophers, great thinkers. They do not let age hold them back. They do not allow themselves to quietly fade away. They are always seeking something new, always keeping their minds and spirits in motion and moving forward on the path of self-discovery and exploring the world. And so are you. You are not a withering tree, but a budding seedling that can still grow and reach higher if you keep evolving. Let curiosity be your guide. Let challenges sharpen your mind. Let new experiences breathe life into you. That is how you keep your inner fire from ever fading. It begins with things that seem harmless. A book left untouched on the shelf, a once beloved hobby now forgotten, a conversation that lacks excitement. Slowly but surely, you shift from truly living to merely existing. Until one day, you look back and ask yourself, how long has it been since I last felt excited about something? How long has it been since I learned something new? There was once a professor who was a symbol of knowledge and debate. He taught, wrote books, researched, and tirelessly explored new ideas for years. But upon retirement, he told himself it was time to enjoy life. No more pressure, no more responsibilities, no need to keep up with the world anymore. The first days of retirement were wonderful. He woke up later, enjoyed long, unhurried mornings, leisurely read the newspaper, and took peaceful walks in the park. He felt relieved. No more deadlines to chase or work-related pressures. But then, something began to change. The books in his small library started collecting dust. Conversations with colleagues grew less frequent, then stopped altogether. He no longer kept up with new research and wrote and read thought-provoking works as he once did. The days passed without challenges, without anything new to ignite his mind. One evening, he sat alone in his study, staring at a book he had once been eager to read, but had never opened. The room, once filled with the energy of research and discovery, now felt cold and silent. A hollow feeling crept into his heart. He was no longer himself. He was still alive, but the most vital part of him had slowly faded away. Not because age had taken it from him, but because he had willingly abandoned the journey. They tell you that retirement is a well-earned reward, a time to enjoy life after years of hard work, a life with no more pressure, responsibilities, or struggles. But ask yourself, what exactly are you resting from? From learning? From growing? From contributing to the world around you? If you believe life is something to endure, just a long stretch of effort leading to the finish line of idleness, then you have been deceived. That is not a reward. It is a trap disguised as enjoyment. But in reality, it is the slow decline of the mind and spirit. Zen master Shunryu Suzuki once said, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few." What does this mean? It means that as long as you remain eager to learn, the world remains open to you. But the moment you believe you have learned enough, done enough, and lived enough, you close the door on yourself. Many see retirement as a full stop, a signal to stop moving forward. But stopping does not mean truly enjoying life. It only causes you to slowly lose your connection with the world. When you stop asking questions, stop being curious, and stop seeking new experiences, you don't just lose the opportunity to grow. you lose yourself. You stop seeing the future and become trapped in endless recollections of the past. And one day, you realize that your days are simply passing by, without anything that truly excites you anymore. Look at the great minds of the world: the Dalai Lama, Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh, philosophers, visionary scientists. They never retired from knowledge, teaching, and engaging with the world. And because of that, they remain timeless. Think of Leonardo da Vinci. He never stopped observing, creating, and questioning. Albert Einstein continued his research until his final years. Michelangelo, at 87, was still working tirelessly on his masterpieces. These individuals did not see age as a limitation, but as a natural part of life's journey. So what about you? How will you choose to live? Will you see retirement as the end, or an opportunity to step into a new chapter? A chapter of discovery, of learning, of continuing to create value? Age cannot take away your abilities, nor can it extinguish your passion or dull your determination. What truly causes people to fade is not the passing years, but the mindset of surrender. The moment you tell yourself that you have reached the end of the road, that there is nothing left worth striving for, learning, or yearning toward. But you have a choice. You can let yourself drift into obscurity, allowing the days ahead to become repetitive, lacking excitement, curiosity, and purpose. Or you can keep moving forward, embracing new experiences with an open heart, still filled with the same fire and enthusiasm as ever. Ask yourself, do you truly believe that old age is the end? That time will inevitably wash everything away, even your worth? Or is that just an illusion that society has imposed upon you, leading you to accept a dull life without challenges, without passion, without the thrill of discovering something new? Will you allow mental laziness to erode your will? Will you let the days pass without feeling truly alive, without moments that make your heart race with excitement, with passion? Or will you rise, reclaim your inspiration, and continue the journey of becoming the best version of yourself? The choice is still in your hands. And the most extraordinary thing is, you can decide to change at any moment. All it takes is your willingness. So, will you move forward with a soul on fire, a mind sharper than ever, and a heart still beating fiercely for life? Time cannot defeat someone who still longs to live, seeks to learn, and welcomes every challenge with open arms. This world does not need you to fade away. It does not need you to quietly disappear like a shadow in the flow of time. The world needs you awake, your light, wisdom, experience, and insight that only you can offer. It needs you to keep questioning, creating, and inspiring. So, what will you choose? A life that slowly fades away, or a journey that continues to burn brightly? That choice has always been yours. You are not a dying spark, not a cold ember, lost in the endless stream of time. You are not a weak light about to be swallowed by darkness. You are a fire that has yet to burn to its fullest, a force within, waiting for its moment to ignite, a source of energy, still holding untapped potential, ready to shine brighter than ever. Look within yourself. There are still dreams inside you waiting to be realized, abilities yet to be discovered, and limits still waiting to be surpassed. But if you let fear take control, allow the voices of others to confine your life, and let mental stagnation bind your mind, then that fire within you will slowly fade, before you even get the chance to witness its brilliance. So do not let yourself disappear into quiet oblivion. Do not let society's expectations, whispers of doubt, or invisible fears cloud your path, because you were not born to fade. You were born to shine. You were born to be strong, keep growing, and make a difference, whether in your own life or the world around you. Rise. Walk forward with confidence, unshakable determination, and a heart ablaze with passion. Let the fire within you burn brightly, not to fight against time, but to prove that you are truly alive. Alive in your full potential, your passion, and your truest self. Ignite your mind with knowledge. Wisdom knows no age, only growth or decline. Live with purpose. For a meaningful life is not measured by the years you exist, but by the impact you create. Move forward with passion. For only when your heart is on fire do you live rather than merely exist. Don't wait for a miracle. Don't wait for someday to begin. That day is today. This is the moment for you to rise, to continue your journey, not with regret, but with a burning passion for everything that still lies ahead. And if these words resonate with you, if somewhere deep inside, a fire is waiting to be ignited, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts and leave a comment, because every word, every story has the power to inspire. Hit the like button to spread this message to those who might need it. Someone waiting for a wake-up call, a spark of motivation to take their next step. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because this isn't just a place to listen. It's a community, a place for those who refuse to fade away, for those who still hunger for growth, learning and living each moment to the fullest. This journey of wisdom, strength, and a meaningful life is not meant to be walked alone. We will move forward together, inspire one another, and continue writing even brighter chapters. Join us, because this journey is far from over. There is still so much greatness ahead. You haven't stopped. Your journey is far from over, and your growth path is still unfolding. Each day is not a step backward, but an opportunity to become stronger, sharper, and more energized than ever before. Don't let anyone convince you that time has taken something from you. Growth is not the end of the road. It is the foundation for a new chapter. A chapter where you can harness all the wisdom, experience, and inner strength you've accumulated over the years. Your age does not limit you, what others expect of you, or the whispers of doubt in your mind. You can still learn. You can still challenge yourself. You can still explore new horizons. There is still so much untapped potential within you, so many dreams waiting to be realized, and so much value you have yet to share with the world. So, keep moving forward. Don't look back with regret. Look ahead with determination. You are not a finished version of yourself. You are a journey, constantly evolving, growing, constantly reaching for something greater. Keep rising. Keep pushing forward, because your story is still being written and the best chapters are yet to come.